What's good, everybody? How's it going? Welcome to the third and final installment of 10 push-ups or 3-slot win. Before I get into the deep strategy and theory crafting that it took to finally make this run happen, a word from our sponsors. Me. Yeah, that's right. You think I was rich enough to get a sponsor? Let me tell you about the premise of this video. A few weeks ago, I was watching a video by Scoodle or something who did a 3-slot win. I thought this is a sick challenge and there's no way I can't do it. So I set it up and I told the stream that I was going to do 10 push-ups for every time I lost the challenge. Over the last 3 days of streaming, I managed to do 400 push-ups for this challenge. I was so fed up with it. I was ready for this challenge to end at any point. So naturally, when you've been failing really hard at a challenge and you've done about 400 push-ups for it, the next best thing is to... That's right, we need to double down! I had to do 1,000 push-ups if I couldn't get it by the end of my next stream, and by God, your boy was not going to do 1,000 push-ups. I got on my grinding pants, I got on my grinding hat, I put on the Sigma Grindset theme music, and I got down to losing rounds in style. That's right, nothing was gonna stop me from getting this challenge because there's no way in hell I'm doing 1,000 push-ups. I ended up losing about 50 runs, as you can see from the failed runs counters, and mulligan countless other runs to finally come up with a foolproof, fail-safe strategy, a strategy that would rival the greatest generals to ever exist, like Julius Caesar, Alexander the Great, Genghis Khan. You know, the Mongolian guy that only shares his DNA with like a third of the world or something. And this invaluable strategy that future historians will look back onto, future generals will study from, was betting it all on the scaling, baby. That's right, we got super big units and we let those big boys eat their big boys. The strategy primarily consisted of finding one unit that we were going to level to the heavens as early as possible and pair it up with an otter that gives it that sweet +1/+1 every time you summon an otter. If we weren't able to do that, we would just abandon the run and go for another one and hope we find the otters. This is what I like to call mulliganing. Now, just because we found the otters doesn't mean we were in the clear. In fact, finding the otters was just a side quest. The main quest was actually finding 3 characters of a kind because we had to stock those 3 of a kind for turn 3. Now, why is that important? Because Super Auto Pets has an incredibly special mechanic that when you level up one of your units, an animal from the tier above the highest available tier becomes available. To put that into perspective, on turn 3, where the highest available unit is a tier 2 unit, leveling up gives you access to a tier 3 unit. This is the second difficult point of the run because the only 2 acceptable units for us from those tier 3 units that we're getting are giraffe or camel. If we're not getting either the giraffe or the camel, we have to mulligan again. The run is dead and you go next. At this point, the run becomes a little bit more flexible. One route is getting a level 3 unit as soon as possible and trying to get that ox on the board so that you have a passively scaling unit that'll pay dividends in the future. The other route is to start hyper investing into a unit that you're going to scale into the future. This route's a little bit more difficult because it's very gold intensive. The thing about an ox is that it's passive scaling. It's giving you stats no matter what, so you can use your gold to either upgrade your units or buy food for units that you already have.
So, you might be asking, Ishan, do we have the perfect run? And I would say,
no, we don't have the perfect run. We actually need one more thing, and that's a well-timed monkey. A well-timed monkey can either make or break the run. As a matter of fact, I had several runs that died to literally having a horrible monkey, and it sucks, but that's life.
Say, Ishan, I got all the things you've been talking about. I got a well-timed monkey, I got the ox, and I got a super scaled level 1 unit. Does that mean I'm guaranteed to win?
No, you're not guaranteed to win even if you get that, because now you have to worry about power scaling. You see, here's a special lesson for all you elementary schoolers. While you've been investing into 3 units, everyone else has been investing into 5. And last I checked, 5 is greater than 3, which means at any point of the game, your 3 units have to outperform 5 whole units. That's a really tall ask. This fact, coupled with time, is the most detrimental fact to your 3-stack run. Just think about it. The later you get into the game, the longer every character has had to scale. In Super Auto Pets, 50-50 is the highest any character can be. So, the longer the game goes, the more it turns from a game of skill to a battle of attrition. And in a battle of attrition, the side with more resources inevitably and always wins. So, Ishan, you might be thinking, what does that mean for our run? And I tell you, we gotta win as fast as possible while the game is still a game of skill. And that's where the difficulty of this run comes in. It's not about getting the right units. It's not about getting the 10 wins. It's about getting the 10 wins with the few units as fast as humanly possible. But if you work hard enough at it, you too will get a run like mine. As always, don't forget to like, subscribe. See you next time.